Hey folks, Peter here with BlackRock Business. Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to launch into hopefully kind of an extensive series on QuickBooks Point of Sale Multi-Store version. So glad you're here. Today we are just going to talk about what you want to do right away when you get QuickBooks Point of Sale Multi-Store, or maybe you were on Pro previously and you are currently unlocking to Multi-Store. This is just getting ready, knowing what you need to do first and what you need to look at and how you need to situate yourself with multi-store in order to then attach to other stores. We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this news just in right now, late breaking news. If you click in the description down below, there's a link down there and you can get over to our free QuickBooks Point of Sale Multi-Store course. That's right, taking you start to finish with QuickBooks Point of Sale Multi-Store. Sign up right now, get all the modules, and learn everything about QuickBooks Point of Sale Multi-Store for free. This is nuts! Just like you using it. If you're on YouTube today, don't forget to hit subscribe so you get all our latest, greatest QuickBooks Point of Sale videos all the time. Okay, so here I am in the latest version of QuickBooks Point of Sale Multi-Store. This is 19. You know, if this video, if you're watching it later after 19, whatever the next version is, don't worry. The multi-store functionality has not changed in a long time, and it should be exactly the same. So, since I've just gotten into multi-store, or just unlocked multi-store, I'm going to want to go into the settings and set up a few initial things. I'm going to go on the File menu. We're going to go to Preferences and Company. And this is on my main server on store number 1, or your main store. This would be the headquarters store. And so on the company preferences, I'm going to multi-store. I'm going to click on that. You can see that it says this is the HQ store, store number 1. If you are in another store that you already have set up, you can change it to a remote store. That's going to be a subject for a different video because pretty much all of your inventory gets bulldozed by the headquarters location. It's an intricate and interesting way to do it if you have multiple individual stores that are currently not talking and you're trying to get them all on the same multi-store chain. That is quite the endeavor, and I would probably recommend that you get some help with that. If you want help from me, you can certainly give me a call or schedule a time that we can talk about it. But moving on, we are going to head to the first one here, store codes and classes. Right away out of the box, it's going to be set up and it's going to say the number of stores in your company is 1. You only have 1 store, especially if you're unlocking from Pro. I'm just going to set up 2 stores. Of course, if you got 3, 4, 5 stores, you're going to choose that many. And so I'm going to choose 2 stores in my store chain, in my company. Now, right away, you're going to want to look at the store codes and some interesting information here. You can leave your store codes if you feel like it as store number 1 and store number 2, but more often than not, I would see that people might have maybe a locational identifier. So let's see. I'm going to say it's going to be a 3 character store code. This would signify the city I'm currently in. That's the beginning of the city name. And then maybe store number 2 is across town. Maybe they're in Edina or something like that. So there you have it. This will help you to identify quickly on certain documents, receipts, receiving vouchers, which store it was in. So if you just want store 1 and store 2, that's fine, but otherwise a lot of people are going to set this up to signify which store, so it easily in your mind you're like, oh, it's that store. Now, you have the choice to track multiple stores in QuickBooks using classes. This is a big subject, actually. Classes in QuickBooks accounting are a way, they're not departments, hold on now. It is a way in QuickBooks accounting that you can segregate your reporting. But some extra work comes along with this. It's indeed a great thing if you want to do it. But when you are doing different operations in QuickBooks Accounting, then you also need to choose the class. Like, let's say you're paying a bill. If you're paying it at store 2, you need to choose that class. If you're paying it at store 1, you need to choose that class. If you leave this off, then it's like all bills, all documents, all transactions are just for the company as a whole, and you can't really tell them apart. I mean, you can, but in reporting, you can't segregate them and just look at one or another. So this is a good idea if you really want to hone in on expenses and the way that things are happening at the different stores, because you can look at reporting separately for each one of them, including expenses, including utility bills, including rent. All of those things can be segregated. You just need to be a stickler to do it correctly. So you can turn on class tracking in QuickBooks Accounting, and right here, before you do your initial excuse me, store or QuickBooks exchange with Point of Sale, you can name these classes if you would like. Oh, it looks like I've already done this. So I've already connected previously to QuickBooks Accounting, so I only get the choices that are in there. But if you want to, you can name the classes previously before you do it in QuickBooks Accounting, and then you would be able to choose what they are here. Get it? Okay, sorry, I went on and on about that, but it's a really good utility if you're trying to track what each store is doing. Now, the next section here is going to be for another video. This is store exchange, and this is how the stores talk to each other each day and transfer information between each other. That is such an enormous subject. That's going to be a completely different video. Now down here in store headings, you can choose the different stores and you can enter pretty much what you're going to be seeing on the receipt. You know, store name, city, street, zip, state. And then the miscellaneous stuff is like welcome, and our phone number, and our email, something.com. So there you go. This is the stuff that ends up on the receipt at that other store, and it's controlled by headquarters for some reason, so you can go ahead and set that up. That's about it. That's the quick run through on things you're going to want to do before you go ahead and make your other store or install your other store and want to get them connected. Stay tuned. Videos in the future here. We are going to show how to install the remote store. And once we have that completed, we are going to show this big subject here about how to connect them together and get them communicating so that you can have a cohesive chain of stores. And then the fun stuff starts to happen where you can see the quantities in the different stores, what's in stock over there, everything like that. So my name's Peter with BlackRock Business. This was a quick primer on what to do right when you're getting going on QuickBooks Point of Sale Multi-Store. I was glad that you showed up today. You have yourself an excellent day. Okay, bye-bye now.